Nainika Mahtani once harbored dreams of becoming a stage actor, but she followed the proverbial left side of her brain to do an MBA at IIM, and she became an investment banker. A decade later, London with her husband, two daughters, a dog, a hamster, and two goldfish named Sushi and Fish Fingers. So Nainika has been invited as a speaker at Jaipur Literature Festival as well as various other very amazing festivals in India, Bhutan, and the UK. Nainika's debut novel, Ambushed, published by the Penguin Random House, is an adventure set in a tiger territory in the Himalayan foothills. Her next book was the Gorgy story of the Genghis Khan. Nainika's latest young adult book, Across the Line, is rooted in the partition of the subcontinent. So, as we all know, Nainika has also co-written a film script based on the extraordinary true story of the human computer Shakuntala Devi, whose role is essayed by Vidya Balan. The film released worldwide on Amazon Prime on July 2020. Nainika is now working on her next book for Penguin Random House as well as on a couple of scripts. We are so glad to have you today. So, let me start off with the questions without wasting any more time. So, before we start, can you introduce yourself? I've given a brief, but I would like to hear from you.
Firstly, thank you so much, Rashmi, and thank you to all of you for joining. Thank you, Madhura, for inviting me. I feel so honored to be part of this. I think this is such an amazing platform. Yes, as Rashmi said, I mean, I've had sort of two careers, you can say. One, I started with in banking. Madhura and I share that. And, now I'm doing something completely different. But I think what I want to say is that, for any of you youngsters out there who are not completely certain as to what exactly it is that you want to do in life, embark on a journey and be sort of open to change, be open to trying new things. I think if I was to tell my younger self something, it would be that don't be fearful of failure. Because a lot of times we hold back because we're thinking, oh my God, I'm going to be, starting out in something I've not trained to do. I haven't really, I'm old. I'm older than everybody else who's trying this, and I'm sort of vulnerable. I'm putting myself out there. But you know what? I've come across such lovely, supportive people, women and men across the way, along the way. And all I would say is, just go with the flow, explore different things. The world is changing, and there's so many beautiful opportunities. Embrace them.
So, as script writing isn't a field many of us are really versed with, can you tell us more about it? So, what are the institution qualifications one needs to have? Is it compulsory? And what is the process of script writing like? Is there any particular steps you have to follow from the initial stage to execution?
So, Rashmi, I wasn't lucky enough to sort of study script writing. So for me, it was more just learning on the job. But yes, there are, for the young people out there who are looking at this as a career, there are definitely institutional qualifications. There's the amazing FTII in Pune, which sort of offers screenwriting courses. There must be lots of other screenwriting courses across India. There is also a lot of online courses, which actually I have been doing. So yes, there are many courses. There's FutureLearn. There's the Sundance Film Institute. There are so many online courses that you can access.
Can you walk us through how your normal day looks like for you? So how does your day go in
pandemic day or regular day?
A regular day.
Okay. Because for me, actually speaking, my pandemic day and regular day are not very different, except on pandemic days I have everybody around me. My day is actually so I wake up and basically I try and keep, because I've been in banking for so long, I try and keep the same sort of structure to my day. So I'm not one of those nocturnal, very, most of these creative people I work with, they are working through the night and, sort of all that. So mine is not like that. Mine is more staid, I think. So I wake up, I have my, coffee, etc., and then I'm sitting and I work from whatever it is, 8:30, after everybody's left for work and everything else, and school. 8:30 straight to lunch, and then I take a short break with my doggy and whatever, and with lunch, and go a little into the garden or whatever, and then I'm back at my desk and I work again. If I had to tell my 20-year-old self something, it would be that don't be too scared of taking chances when you think the time is right. And how will you know the time is right? Sometimes you just don't know, but there's some inner voice. If it keeps nagging you, then go for it. And try a lot of things, because you never know what is right and what door is opening from where. And also treasure your friendships, honor them. Because I have been helped along the way by my friends from college, school, IIM Bangalore, my banking friends. I cannot tell you what it's like my security net. It's like these people who are just there for me no matter what nonsense I'm trying.
So this is one question which I wanted to initially ask. So can you tell us some of the writers who you really liked or looked up to, or maybe a role model, or is there something like that? Is there someone like that?
Definitely. I mean, I wish I could write like so many writers, but my favorite writers, I just read their writing and say, oh my God, if I wrote my whole life, I'd never be able to write like that. Anthony Doerr, Khaled Hosseini, Bill Bryson, they're on the book side, on the screenwriting side, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, or, Varun Grover, or, Shonda Rhimes. I mean, there's so many, but I feel each person comes with their story. And in art, like Rashmi, your story, if you were to write, I could never tell your story. And I try and tell whatever stories come to me in the best way I can. So I think art is beautiful in that sense. You're not really competing with anyone else, because you can't. It's your story. And you're the only person who can tell it. So, on days that I feel like, oh my God, this is going nowhere, I just feel, is this a story that really needs to be told? And if I don't tell it, what happens to this character? So I kind of make it about this character.
The smile on your face when you talk about all of this, you can understand how amazing the whole journey has been and how you have scripted it the entire way, scripting your passion. So this is amazing.
Thank you so much, Rashmi. And I hope all of you watch Shakuntala Devi. We would love for you to watch it, because really it's been a labor of love. And thank you, Madhura. And thank you, all of you, for joining.